Somaliland is a country that tragically should be much more successful than it is. It has a lot of the advantages that could have made it a rapidly developing economy. Global trade routes, a low debt-to-GDP ratio, access to oil, and a favorable population ratio for its size. It even adopted the Westminster legal system, something that is loved by international investors and recognized worldwide for conducting business fairly. It had everything in place to be an economic powerhouse in the Horn of Africa, but yet it isn't. Despite all of these advantages, it's still striving to overcome challenges and unlock its full potential. Somaliland is a country of immense opportunity, which could easily become one of the largest industrial powers in the region. But to understand what it would need to do to make that a reality in the future and what has held it back in the past, we must as always answer a few simple questions. So, what were the factors that should have made Somaliland a much more successful economy than it currently is? How did Somaliland miss these opportunities? And is there anything it can do to turn this around and live up to its potential? Somaliland's journey as an independent nation began in 1960, but the subsequent merger with Somalia in 1960 and the tumultuous events following, including the Azak genocide from 1988 to 1991, presented significant challenges to its development. These historical factors, coupled with geopolitical complexities and internal strife, have impeded Somaliland's progress towards economic prosperity. Despite its strategic location and abundant resources, Somaliland has struggled to diversify its economy beyond traditional sectors. It must capitalize on emerging opportunities, attract investments, and harness its demographic dividend to realize its comparative advantage in global trade. To unlock its economic potential, Somaliland needs to prioritize investments in education, infrastructure, and governance reforms. Strengthening institutions, enhancing data transparency, and fostering a conducive business environment are crucial steps towards sustainable growth and development. By addressing these challenges and seizing opportunities, Somaliland can chart a path towards becoming a resilient and diversified economy in the Horn of Africa. Strategic vision, concerted efforts, and global partnerships will be essential in realizing Somaliland's true potential on the world stage. To address these challenges and unlock its economic potential, Somaliland could benefit significantly from joining international organizations such as the World Trade Organization (WTO). Here are potential benefits: access to global markets. WTO membership would provide Somaliland with enhanced access to global markets, facilitating trade and investment opportunities. Reduced trade barriers and tariffs would benefit Somaliland's export-oriented industries. Legal framework and standards. WTO membership requires adherence to international trade rules and standards. This encourages regulatory reforms, transparency, and the adoption of best practices in trade and commerce. Investment and development. Membership in the WTO can attract foreign investment by signaling commitment to a rules-based trading system. This can stimulate economic development and diversification. Capacity building. WTO membership entails technical assistance and capacity building programs to help countries strengthen their trade-related institutions and policies. This support can help Somaliland develop its trade infrastructure and regulatory framework. In addition to WTO membership, Somaliland could leverage regional trade agreements and partnerships to expand its economic horizons. Developing key sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, and services would further diversify the economy and create employment opportunities. Overall, Somaliland's path towards economic success requires addressing historical challenges, strengthening institutions, investing in infrastructure, and engaging with the international community through membership in organizations like the WTO. With concerted efforts and strategic reforms, Somaliland can harness its potential and achieve sustainable economic growth and development.